G'day everyone, I'm Zoe and this is Kahu. This is just a little reminder that I'm not a professional horse trainer, so anything you do see in my videos is only intended to be a guide. So with that said, let's get on with the video. And so what I'm actually doing here is I'm sort of trying to teach him a consent method of training. So if I show him something and he acknowledges it, then it's sort of like, okay, I can touch him. So that's something else that I'm trying to remember to teach him and me. This is new territory, but I've seen a lot of other horse trainers online where it's brought a lot of positive impact to their training. So I'm going to see if that works for us. And so you've seen, although he's still unsure, you've seen what a difference it makes to his body language and his interaction towards this new thing by asking permission to use or to touch him with this. Good boy. As you can see, it's also helping to spark his curiosity to want to try new things, which is what I really want to encourage. I want him to open up and I want him to want to engage and to want to try. And so what I'm really looking for is for him to be open and willing to accept, even if he's not entirely sure, which is what this sort of exercise is also about, with asking his permission. The whole point of doing this process is so that Kahu is involved in the exercise and he can actually express himself and have a say in what we do. That's not to say I'm going to accept him saying no, rather I'm going to find out why he's saying no. Because generally speaking, horses only really say no for a few reasons. Either maybe they don't understand what you've asked of them, maybe they're afraid, or maybe they're in pain. So you need to go through your checklist and go through. It's like, okay, is my horse frightened? Is he got his eyes popping out of his head? Is his body language all hot and bothered? Is his nostrils flaring? Good boy. If yes to that, then maybe he's frightened and maybe that's why he's saying no. Good boy. But Kahu's given me all the body language right now that he's pretty cool and calm and relaxed about this situation. He's sniffing me in the rug right now. Good boy. Whereas one time when I went to get on Jules' back for what was one of the last times, I overlooked something and she actually had a few sore spots on her back. And so she was trying to tell me the best way that she knew was that, Mum, I'm hurting. And so she bucked me off. Now, a lot of people would take that as, oh, the horse is being naughty, or etc., etc. When in truth, no, she wasn't being naughty. That was rider error. And I overlooked that she was in pain when she had tried to express that concern to me. Mostly with Jewel, the reason she said no was because she didn't understand the question that I asked. If you look at it from a point of view of, let's say, a maths question, if you were to ask the average person, you know, what's 5 plus 4? You know, most of us can immediately answer 9. But the moment you flip that question around and go, well, what's 4 plus 5? Suddenly, half of us, although we still know the answer, we've got to think about it a little bit more because we're used to hearing it around a different way. The same goes for horses. You can ask them one way and they don't understand what you've just asked them. But if you just change ever so slightly what you're asking, then you may just get the result you're looking for. Or in Jill's case, she actually offered a behaviour I was looking for. And she thought, oh, do you mean this? And although it wasn't what I originally asked of her, the result was the same. So sometimes listen to your horses and sometimes they have a better answer than you do. So a new idea that I came across is if you look at your relationship with a horse as like a bank account. So the more that you take out, which relates to anything that we ask of our horses. So if we're riding, if we're asking them to pick up their feet, if we're training them, putting them in the trailer, any other thing that you can think of where it would relate to working with the horse and asking and taking from them. You're withdrawing from that bank account. And the more things that you can do for them that they enjoy, where you're not asking anything specific from them. So if they like to be scratched, if they enjoy being brushed, or maybe you go down the river and they love having a good swim in the river, you're topping up that bank account and letting the horse enjoy and do something that with you that they enjoy. So you're topping up that bank account. And the more things that you can do that top up that bank account, the more healthy the relationship with your horse becomes. And so this behavior of asking Kahu to accept a rug, this is taking from that bank account, which he will learn to understand this eventually. But right now, asking him to accept the rug when he's not, shall we say, trained to accept one yet, I am taking from that bank account. I'm making withdrawals. Whereas something that Kahu has recently shown me that he likes is he loves to have scratches. Loves to have his neck scratched. And so there he's cueing to me that, yeah, I like that. And so for Kahu, giving him scratches like this tops up our bank account. Okay, well that's all for this session, guys. I hope this video was helpful to some of you, and if you have any questions, do drop them below. Until next time, Kahu and I will see you next time. Don't forget to like, smash that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you can stay up to date with what's going on in our world.